literally. In a land of likes, leggings, and lattes comes a podcast hosted by two basic beings, Becca and Maddie. This is the Basic Bee Podcast.
Well, there you go. Welcome back, listeners, to the Basic Bee Podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, we have a special guest. Say hi.
Hello.
Her name's Mariah. I've known you. I was trying to figure it out since at least 9th grade. Because we were in Miss Presley's class together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for some reason I thought it was 8th grade too, but
did you go to East or West?
Well, we went to West, and then they split, and then I went to East.
So I think 8th grade, I was at the old one. That's West, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we wouldn't have been in the same 8th grade class.
Well, I don't know.
But
I know
maybe 7th grade. No, because Avid didn't start till 8th grade. So at least 9th grade then.
Yes. It's still a long time.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I know.
That's still a long time.
It's weird hearing you guys talk about East and West because I had 30 kids in my class. So the East was like 15 kids. And
yeah.
There was none.
How many kids was in our class? It had to be like 600 or 700, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of kids.
There was
I remember
too
her
many.
graduation.
I mean, even just splitting up people, it was still a lot of kids.
Yeah.
And then, they made the freshman academy for our year as a freshman, and then I was like, okay, we're still a lot of kids. You're still going to have us go in other places. And they did. We would go from freshman and then all the way to the main high school.
Yeah.
That was not cute.
Yeah. No.
No.
I was in the freshman academy, and actually our teacher that we had in common, she tried to get me into detention because I was like upstairs in the freshman academy.
Oh, yeah.
All the way to her class, which was on like the opposite end of the building, and you only had 6 or 7 minutes.
I felt like there were times where I'd get in there and be like, okay.
You had to run.
Like, I felt like we had to breathe.
It was unfair.
Like, we couldn't breathe because I felt like that was a long freaking walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're in high school, and you're a freshman, you're awkward and nerdy enough, and then they're making us run to class like a bunch of dorks.
Right.
Oh, it was.
And I'm short, and them kids were not looking out for the short people, okay? I felt like...
Should have held a sign.
Yeah,
I'm
literally, all I saw was backpacks from my angle, and I'm like sitting there like, let me move the roll.
Well, speaking of you being short, Becca has told me, okay, I might butcher this. You won USA Petite or Indiana. That's what I mean. Okay.
Yeah, so Miss Indiana Petite.
Okay.
Yes.
Because people are probably wondering, like, who are you? So, what's a little bit about you since I don't know you? You can just pretend it's me.
Okay. Well, how do I explain myself? I don't do pageants often. Okay. This was like I started doing pageants in 2018. I haven't been doing them that long. This was only like my second pageant at the time when I won Miss Indiana Petite, which I was like, I didn't think I was ever going to do that. I didn't know what I'm doing. I was like, I don't know. But my first pageant was like for Miss Indiana USA. There is a difference. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's the same thing. There's a difference between all. And there's so many of them out there too. So I'll explain that later. But I do pageants. I do some photography. I've been doing that since high school a little bit. I mostly try to stick to like seniors or like prom and homecoming. I don't do weddings often. It's not really I like them, but it's not my niche. You know? I do some of my own photos with my camera. My brother usually helps with that. I do like makeup a lot.
I can tell your makeup looks gorgeous.
Yes.
I'm trying.
Well,
trying.
It's an art.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
I think that was a great intro. But before we get to the nitty-gritty, I guess we should start with our recent obsessions.
Yeah, why don't you go first?
Yes.
Okay. My recent obsession has been a YouTuber. Her name is Hallie Burns, and I've been addicted to her vlogs. She actually blew up on TikTok for her ASMR vegan recipes, like doing them. And she has a very nice, calming voice, but she also makes YouTube videos. And I don't know, they're just so serene. They're not overly edited. She's just real. I think she's like 20, but she just seems really sweet, and I want to be her friend. And she's like very
Maybe
zen.
you could reach out to her.
I don't know. I don't think she'd care about me, but
you never know.
Shoot, I was to say reach out. I've been reaching out to people, and they're like, whether they know me or not, I'm like, I'm gonna do it anyways.
Yeah, I try with
Just
certain people.
Yeah.
But like with her, I don't know if I want to get to know her that well because I have such a nice version of her in my head.
That's true. You don't want to ruin
yeah.
that.
So
I
it'd be
feel
like
that.
meeting Justin Bieber or something.
Yeah, like you have your version of him in your head, and then the real him might disappoint you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
What's been your recent obsession?
So, I told Mariah there's some real high school vibes today because my recent obsession is Twilight.
Okay. Why did I have a feeling that that's what it was going to be? Like, in my head, I was like, it's probably Twilight because that's what's been trending lately.
Yes.
So, I'm
So,
like, yes.
Yeah, me and my girlfriend 2 Saturdays ago had a Twilight movie marathon just like randomly. I
That's so
haven't
funny.
seen it since high school. Like, literally, I watched Breaking Dawn Part 2 in theaters and haven't touched a movie or a book since. Like, just like blah. And so, Midnight Sun, the old book,
Mm-hmm.
or Twilight from Edward's perspective, came out like a year ago. And
Mhm.
I didn't read it. I was like, nah. And then my friend Lindsay, it came out, obviously on Netflix. And my friend Lindsay was like, we need to have a movie marathon. And I was like, I'm down for like a movie marathon any day of the week. So we chose Twilight and we binged all 5 movies. And I was like,
yes.
heck yes. I was like, it brought me back to being like in 8th grade, reading Twilight over and
Yes.
over again. So, yeah, after she left, my husband found my old Twilight books. Like,
Mhm.
he knew where they were. And I'm like, have you been secretly reading them? He claims he wasn't. But,
Sure.
Right.
that's what I'd say, too. They were just in arm's reach when I've been looking for... Because I looked for them when Midnight Sun came out, and I couldn't find them, and I just kind of gave up. But, so my husband found all my old Twilight books, like, from high school in Eclipse. I wrote, like, all my information in case I lost the book.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so I have like all my books, and I
feel like I remember
reading
you
'em.
carrying them too.
yeah I
I know that's. I feel
Yeah.
like I do remember you carrying the
right.
books because I was like, she's carrying those books because I didn't get to have them for
Mhm.
myself. I would just borrow them from
Yeah.
my friends.
You weren't allowed.
No, my parents just didn't get a chance to buy me
Oh.
any of the books,
Yeah.
Mhm.
including Harry Potter. So I just would borrow them from everybody.
That's such the best way to do
Right.
it.
I was like, I'm gonna stay on trend. I want to read what you're reading. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah, so I've binge read all the books, and I'm finally on the last one. I started it yesterday, so hopefully I'll be done with it by tomorrow, and then my Twilight obsession will be over. But my husband hasn't watched the movies, and he's not budging. He will not do it, and so I'm like, come on, be the Twilight husband.
I did watch Twilight this last week.
Did
It
you?
was amazing.
I
Yeah.
actually watched it just like months ago before like everybody started bringing it back up again
Mhm.
because I was like, oh, it's on. Like I want to watch it. I'm just gonna watch all of it, and I
Yeah.
have them on DVD too. So I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I was just like, I'm just gonna watch it. It just felt like
Mhm.
something different to watch. I hadn't watched them in a while, and then everybody started bringing it up again, and I was like,
know.
I'm ahead of the time. I was like, what just happened?
Right?
I'm
Well,
like,
it's
do
so
I watch them
weird,
again,
'cause
or
it's like,
what do I do?
It's a phenomenon because it's like when you're watching it, you're like, this is so bad, but it's so good.
Oh yeah,
It's
oh,
so
yeah.
weird. So, yeah, I've been doing that. And then that's really my only obsession besides the new Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez, she launched her
Oh,
makeup
yeah.
collection
Rare
like a year
Beauty.
ago.
Mhm.
And I've been like using the concealer like crazy. I really like the concealer from
Yeah.
there. It's really
I
good.
was just on TikTok and a girl I know said that the only compliments she gets on her makeup is when she wears the Rare
Beauty.
foundation.
Really, I haven't tried the foundation. Just I have the concealer and liquid blush.
Hmm.
So, but I like it.
All right.
Do you have a recent obsession?
Yeah. I'm okay. I watch TikTok a lot.
I
Mhm.
love
But
TikTok.
like I know like everybody's like, oh, we all watch TikTok and stuff, but I don't think anybody understands my obsession with it right now. And it's not even like the cute like quick like dressing up, no new clothes videos. It's the stupid funny videos that I'm obsessed with right now.
Really?
And I literally rewatch the videos all the time. Like I'm so obsessed. I'm like up laughing all the time.
I know.
I'll send them to my dad, my mom. I'm sending them to all my friends. I even send them to my sister, who's a freshman now. My sister's a freshman now, just never.
Oh my gosh.
And it's scaring me.
Holy crap.
I'm excited, but I'm like, but I just sent her a TikTok today, and it was like, the new trend, like where I won't tell my sister anything, and then they'll go, "Durr," and it's like, but I will tell her everything, you know? So I sent it to her.
Those
and
are hilarious when
yes.
people make the stupid faces.
So, I'm like, I'm so obsessed with it. I'm like, this is so cute. But specifically, I'm obsessed with the cute, like, sisterly things. And it was like, Janica. Her sister's name's Janica. I'm like, we need to do TikTok.
Right?
And she was like, let's do it. So, like,
go.
I have, like, I got matching bucket hats for us to wear. We're going to do, like, a whole photo shoot and everything.
Yeah.
But, like, so it's TikTok, and then makeup-wise, I'm obsessed with the Revolution.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a palette.
It's really
by them.
good. Yeah, I had their foundation on, the concealer on.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the concealer on, and like I've used some of their eyeshadows too, but I really like it.
You're glowing.
And it's not very expensive of a makeup brand.
I was like, oh, I'll take it because I usually use Fenty Beauty. I love Rihanna. I love her makeup.
Who doesn't?
I love her
She's
makeup.
Beautiful,
I'm
talented.
like, but I was like, I really want to try, some drugstore brands, you know. So I was like, Target's not that far. And I was like, we're going to go.
I really like Target's makeup section right now.
I like Target a little too much.
I can't go there.
Yeah.
I went to get one thing today from there, and I got 4 things.
That's how it always happens. I can never just, like, go in there and get one thing.
No.
That kind of happens to me at Walmart. But
Really?
maybe it's because
I have social anxiety at Walmart.
Though, because sometimes Walmart has some really good stuff, though.
They do. I think it's underrated,
Yeah.
but I also, don't live in the best part of town, so maybe that's that side of me coming out.
I go to Walmart for a lot of like clothes, actually, surprisingly, because there's some really cute stuff on there, and jewelry. I've got some cute jewelry from there. I mean, I will shop at the Dollar Tree, and I found some really cute stuff there. Like, they have really good eyelashes.
Really?
At the Dollar Tree. Yeah, they're really cute. There's I think there's 3 or 4 different ones. They're all in a different color package, and they're really nice and cute. It's just like as if you go to like Target and get the ones for $8.99 or something.
Right? There's one girl on TikTok.
If you can find them,
right?
Get them because they are going fast.
My friend works at Dollar Tree, so maybe I can get her to hold some for me.
No, literally, because they come in like
Can she
big
get you
boxes worth of
discount?
it.
I don't think you can get any more
Right.
cheap than $1.
Can you just discount it a little bit more? $1's just a little too much for me. I am on a budget today, all right? But no, they're actually really nice. I don't wear lashes that often because, let's just be honest, I can't do the lashes. Last time I wore lashes,
time-consuming.
right? And last time I wore them, I was in my dad's car, and my dad's he drives a fast car. We all like fast cars in my family. And I was in the back seat with my sister, and he rolled the windows down, and I was like, and one of them actually, I felt something go out the window, and I was like, I looked at my sister, she starts laughing, I was like, one of my eyelashes just went. And then as I said that, the other one went. And so we're back there cracking up, and I was like, Dad, you were going so fast that my eyelashes flew out the window. And he laughed so hard, and he decided to tell all of our mutual friends.
Oh my gosh.
So then my friends started sending me those little like gifts, like the girls going like that
on the boat.
Yeah, like my friend, he was like, your dad told me something, and I'm like, what did I do? And he just sends me that gift, and I was like, I hate you for life. I was like, dang it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So it happened. It's real. It'll happen. They just go like this, and you're like,
I can't wear those. I was at a shoot today, and the lady put the eyelashes on me, and I just couldn't. So she didn't make me wear them. But it's just so weird when you put them on and you just see black.
Yeah.
Like at the top.
So I usually, like, if I put them on, I put, like, a little something underneath here to try and do it. But then I've also done it to where, like, I don't do a full lash. So I'll actually cut them, and we'll do, like, a corner lash. And it's so much nicer. It's so much easier.
Pretty.
And I like the magnetic ones.
I've never tried those.
Yeah, those are actually really nice. But, I mean, and they'll stay on pretty good, too. As long as you put them on, they'll stay on pretty good. I mean, I know the glue ones will stay on probably a lot better. But I like them, and when I do a corner lash, it's just so easy to do.
Yeah.
But that's if I decide to take the time to
do it.
really do that. But, I mean, you can buy the corner lashes, or you can buy a whole pack and cut them yourself, and then you not only have more.
That's true.
That's a genius idea.
Right, you have more, but you just gotta make sure they are, like, for the magnetic ones, or if you do glue, for the glue ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're really on a budget, you could get the dollar store ones and cut them into 5 different.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Bro, you just saved like so much money.
This is 20 cents on my eyes today.
Y'all don't even know it. It looked like it's $100. Like, I
Right.
got that done. But
I'm all for that.
Right?
Yeah, the cheaper the better. I saw this one girl on TikTok and she did a Dollar Tree makeover where she got only makeup from Dollar Tree. And it looked good.
Usually the makeup that is at Dollar Tree, it's like it's some e.l.f. products, some wet and wild products, and then there's another thing.
Yeah,
too.
it starts with like an F. I forgot what it was.
Fudge Ripple. Sorry.
Maybe that's what it is, Fudge Ripple.
Right?
I like that.
That'd actually be a really cute name for like a lip gloss or something. And this is Fudge Ripple.
There you go.
This is banana splat.
And then as long as it tastes like it, I'm all for it.
Look, I'm just saying, you could totally do that.
That would be actually a great idea.
Look, I'm telling
You're
you.
full of great ideas.
I've had this stuff written down. I swear I do.
You need it.
Yeah, for real. You're going to be a millionaire. Just remember me.
You guys can come with me.
Okay, good.
Because you guys were here when
You
this
could
happened.
sponsor the podcast.
Yeah. I would totally do that too, though.
We're gonna
support.
We're gonna still
Right.
be at 198 followers in 10 years.
I hope not. I might throw in the towel at that point. If we haven't grown in 10 years, something ain't working.
Yeah.
It's just petty followers.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yes. Oh my goodness. I'll still support you. It's fine.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. So first thing I wanted to say is that you're not a typical pageant girl, because I knew you in high school and you were a little nerdy. And I just wanted you to talk about that.
I still am.
Yeah. That's what I like about you, though. It's like you're not all caught up in it. You still. So like you said, you're a car girl, which I think people might find surprising.
I know. Like that gets me. I get that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll be like, my car out there, she needs a lot of work, I'm not even gonna lie, but I do like cars, and I think a lot of people would be really surprised at what I do know about cars.
Yeah,
that's all because my dad, I mean, I grew up around cars, specifically import cars, because I know there will be a lot of people who are more muscle American cars who will be like, well, what kind of cars? Specifically import is what my family, like, we drive. Nothing gets muscle cars. We love all of the cars. I mean, if you bring a classic car here, oh my god, I'll be excited.
Right.
But yeah, I have a Mitsubishi Lancer GT. I love her. I want something better, of course. But yeah, my dad, I mean, he taught us a little bit here and there about things, and then I kind of learned as I go. And then he's been a mechanic for a really long time. He's a really good mechanic, so I learned from him. And then our friend group, they all have fast cars.
So what would your dream car be then?
A Nissan Skyline.
Okay.
That's my dream car.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh my goodness. I will be very happy to show you sometime. I really would. I can show you pictures. I have a friend that actually has one.
Oh.
And
what
I'm obsessed
color
with it.
do you want?
So I did want white, but my friend, he wants a white one sometime too. So I'm like, I think we're gonna have to fight over that. But anyways, I don't know. I think it just depends.
Yeah.
I might try to do a unique color because I'm crazy unique, and my car needs to be unique.
Yeah.
Like out there, even my car, she's a junker right now. She's a good car, but she's a junker right now. I'm gonna try and paint the wheels and stuff a little different. Just so people know, okay, yeah, that's her.
Yeah, there you go.
That's her right there.
Yeah, I
you
do
know?
like that in the car.
Yeah. I'm like, so I don't know what colors I'm going to do yet. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, girls are usually go the pink route, represent that it's a girl. But I kind of want to do a different kind of color.
Yeah. Well, you want to be unique.
Right.
You don't want to be...
Like, I don't mind pink at all. But I think I might want to go with, like, a green or, like, a blue.
Yeah.
Really cool. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Like a bright or a dark?
I don't know yet.
I love a bright blue. That'd be pretty. But a dark one would be pretty too.
Like that electric blue color is really, really nice.
Yeah.
But I keep kind of thinking that it'd be kind of cool if I had the white with black, and then they did like not exactly like a super baby blue, but a little darker than that.
Mhm.
But like something kind of like that. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Baby blue
Yeah.
would be pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we'll see.
Yeah.
See what happens. It's gonna happen probably like within a week or so. I'm gonna go get some paint and do it myself.
Well, there you go.
But being a car girl doesn't necessarily mean you're a nerd.
No.
No, that just means you're badass.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you're badass and a nerd. So you have to explain more about this nerd side.
Yeah, I'm a total. Whoa. If you want to get technical, like nerd wise, I'm a huge technology geek, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I love computers and laptops. I'm actually really good with that kind of stuff.
That's
People
cool.
don't know it. But if you want to go on the geeky side, I love anything that's anime,
Really?
Marvel,
Mhm.
DC, Harry Potter, all of it.
Wow.
Star Wars. I'm a huge fan. And I'm not like the person who's like, oh, I just started liking this like a year or two ago.
Mhm.
No, this has been since birth.
Yeah.
In the womb, I was like, I like
You don't
this
like
stuff.
it just because it's popular. You
Right,
like it because
no.
you like it.
And video games, I've been playing video games since I was little. My dad had me sit on the floor playing like Nintendo, like
Mhm.
legit Nintendo. Like,
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. Like, Mortal Kombat is my favorite video game to play ever. I can kick some butt when it comes to video games.
Really? I didn't know Mortal Kombat. I knew
Yeah.
about the superheroes and the
Oh,
anime.
yeah. I'm actually in the middle of getting a bunch of cosplays
Mhm.
together.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. That
That's
would be
really
perfect
cool.
for TikTok.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
See,
I was
you'd
like,
be great
I'm
for
finally
TikTok.
doing it.
Yeah, you would.
I'm trying. I did post a little TikTok.
You
I
should.
did a Fast and the Furious movie TikTok just
Did you
recently.
really?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You just have to keep going with it.
Right? I was like, I'm
You
just
just gotta
gonna
wait
do it.
for one of them to go viral.
Right.
And they
I'm like,
will.
I'm just gonna start doing it. Like, it's
Mhm.
why not? I mean,
Yeah.
like, worst case scenario, don't work. And
Yeah.
I really don't care
And
what
you had
anybody
fun
says about
doing
it.
it.
Right. Like, if you guys don't like it, that's fine.
It's strangers on the internet.
But yeah,
Yeah.
when it comes to that kind of stuff, whoo.
So that's
lot.
your nerd side.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Not like geometry.
No,
That's
just
what I
really-
was
I can
picturing.
no, I can do. I mean, I can do like math and stuff. I'm good with that.
Uh-huh.
But when it comes to like computers and
That's the
video
joy.
games, that's the kind of geeky nerdiness
I
that I
see.
am obsessed
Mhm.
So you're just like Becca.
with.
She thinks it's I recently I never read as a kid, like I just didn't enjoy reading.
Mm-hmm.
So my brother finally broke me down and had me read Harry Potter starting in December. So I read the whole series through. I really liked it.
Really, just recently you did that?
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I was
But-
gonna say I've been reading books. I mean, I loved reading when I was little too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And like I said, I didn't get to have the
Mhm.
Harry Potter books myself. I would just borrow them from my friends.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And read them, and they'd be like, "Okay, you need to give this back." And I'm like, "Just let me read it one more time because I know I'm not gonna have it right now."
Yeah. Yeah, so I asked for an iPad for Christmas, and so my husband got me a refurbished one for
Oh.
Christmas because I wanted it for school to download my school books and stuff. And my brother was like, "Please do me one favor," and I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Download," because we went to Universal, and so that's what inspired
We
it.
got to go senior year and I was in show.
Really? Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
So that's kind of what inspired it. And he's like,
I lost
"Please,
my mind. I was like, "It's real."
right? Read it."
I was like,
Did you
"Harry
have-
Potter."
Did you have a butter beer?
Yeah.
The butter beers.
Heck
are
yeah!
really
I
good.
still have the shopping bag that says Harry Potter.
Oh my
on it.
gosh.
Folded up gently, and then
Mhm.
like the poncho that says Harry Potter, it's folded up gently,
Mhm.
like
Framed.
stuck in there. Oh, it's gonna get framed.
Did you buy a wand?
I have. So I did not buy one there because they're more expensive
They're
there.
$50.
Right, but somebody bought me a wand for Christmas one year, and it was Hermione's wand, and I was like, thank you. I was like, now I only need like everybody else's.
Right?
Yeah.
I asked my husband, I was like, if we go back, I want to do Tonks and Lupin. I think that'd be so
Yeah.
cute. But he's like, no.
I was so excited when I got to go, but like
Mhm.
it's been a long time since I've went, and they've added more to it, and so my heart is like, there's like a little box in my room that's for Universal, so I could go back and see more.
Yeah, you need to do Hagrid's motorbike ride if you like roller coasters. It was really
I'm
fun.
like-
We didn't understand how it worked there though, because we went in December, kind of when COVID was still going on, and so we had to, you have to like reserve like online
Oh wow.
to ride the rides, and we
Oh.
didn't know that. And afterwards, my cousin was like, "Okay, what you do is all four of you get on your phones and you all reserve a different time because like literally it would sell out, like the line would in like 2 minutes."
That's complicated.
But yeah, but what my cousin did, which we didn't know, only one of us did it, so we only got to ride it once. But my cousin they like release the times every 2 hours. So like for instance, 2:15, 2:30, and 2:45 releases at noon that day. So you can reserve. And all 4 of them would pick a time. Then they'd go right at 4 times.
Oh, wow.
And so I was like, well, I didn't know.
Right. We didn't, that's weird. I don't know if I'd be, that's weird. That's too much.
Mm-hmm.
they need to fix that.
Hopefully, now that COVID's over, because we didn't realize it, we bought fast passes.
Yeah.
So, and the fast passes worked for every ride but the Hagrid ride. And, it was like that to ride, the Mummy ride. There was a bunch of different rides that required you to reserve a time. And I was like, that just takes the fun out of it for me. I'd rather wait in the line and actually look at the stuff.
Yeah. I mean, or if they wanted to do it that way, they could set up a big screen and they help you. Okay, you guys are going to be at these times. Mm-hmm. I mean, that would be actually really easy. Yeah. I just gave you guys money
right?
to do that. So,
right?
Well, listen to this, okay? Yeah. I will send it to y'all.
There you go. You could be the park organizer for them.
Right? Because I'm like, hold on a second now. We trying to get through this fast.
Right?
Right? You want people to ride more.
Yeah, for real. Now. Well, and it's unfair for people who don't know how to work it. Because, for instance, my cousin, he would do that. So, he probably rode it a total of 8 times that day because they release the time every 2 hours.
Yeah.
And so he probably got to ride it 8 times when, I only got to ride it once.
Right.
But because I didn't.
It's confusing.
Yeah. So, but it is what it is. So,
I hope I get to go back there.
Hey, keep your fun going.
I need to fulfill my life with that. I also want to go to Disney specifically for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Specifically.
You could just work as a princess.
There you go.
I know. I always thought about that.
You'd be a great princess.
Because I'd be like, because I like Princess Tiana, so I was like,
is she the frog?
Yeah,
she's in the frog.
You would be so good for that. I haven't seen the movie, but I know
you need to.
I know she wears the dress.
Wait,
the green dress.
You haven't
I
seen
know.
it?
I know, and I would love to be a princess who kisses a frog.
Here what we'll do. We'll go ahead and we'll set up a day and we'll just watch it.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah,
perfectly. It's so good.
Right. It is really. It's so worth it.
Yeah.
I know all the songs. I'm already gonna order her dress and her dress when she's at the restaurant too. Because I like to bake. So I was like, oh my god, I could make the beignets.
Yes.
So cute. And then you can have a frog, a real frog.
I like frogs, actually.
No, I think it should be real.
Might as well just do it real.
Right?
We're going to go all out with this, Becca.
It's going to be sliming on your hand.
Oh my gosh. It's so, I cannot believe you haven't seen it. It's so good. They're making, they're redoing Splash Mountain at Disney World. Have you heard about that?
I've never even been to Disney World, ever.
Oh, well, so.
Yeah, so I know that, that's all very popular, everybody rides that. There's a girl that I know we went to school with, and she goes on it every time she goes. She goes a lot.
Yeah. I'm well, they're making it Princess and the Frog. They're redoing the theme, so I'm really excited about that. Because if it's a 10-minute ride, so I'm like, you guys could really do something good with this.
Ooh.
So
fun. I guess we need to ask you your Starbucks order.
Yeah,
because I want to hear about your journey.
Oh yeah,
as Miss Petite. Indie.
What was it? Miss Indiana Petite.
I'm confusing you.
Yeah. Well, because I have 2 titles. I have Miss Indiana Petite, and then I'm Miss Northern Indiana for the USA. Because they're both 2 different.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I want to hear all about that.
Yeah, my Starbucks order. So I don't drink Starbucks that much.
Or you could just do your coffee order.
I don't drink a lot of coffee stuff. I mean. You already know that when it comes to energy drinks and coffees, I was banned from having that in school because I was already hyper enough.
Yeah. Nothing's changed. You're still full of energy. Right. I love it.
But if I do go to Starbucks, I actually get this steamed milk thing, and then I tell them to add caramel in it because I have a huge sweet tooth.
Love caramel.
And so I'll just get that in the morning, and it's perfect for me in the morning. It's not like coffee really or anything. It's got steamed vanilla milk with caramel in it, and that's what I'll drink.
So
it's
you
really
wouldn't
good.
Get tea or
I actually don't really like tea.
Okay.
Do you like apple juice? That's a weird question.
That is so random.
No, I'm getting ready to. I'm going somewhere.
I don't mind it, but I'm not really the biggest fan of it.
Do you like apple pie? Because Starbucks has a drink that tastes like apple pie.
So, like, I know, like, things that are flavored, like apple pie or something like that, I actually think tastes pretty okay. But I've never really, liked apple juice. But if it's like an apple pie drink kind of thing.
It's called caramel apple spice. So, obviously, it's getting ready to come back with all the fall stuff.
So, we're being that fall basic. Sorry.
Yeah.
Basic
this
fall.
is the Basic Bee podcast, so you know.
Now we gotta go to a pumpkin patch with scarves.
I mean, that's the plan. That's where we're going next.
I haven't been to a pumpkin patch in forever, so I might actually have. Right. I do 2 photos there.
Yeah, I mean, fall is the perfect time for photos.
Right? So cute. And a pumpkin patch, that's like perfect.
Yeah.
I actually do want to get a pumpkin though, but yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get a pumpkin and then carve it. Obviously.
No, like, as far as the drink goes though, I mean, I would try it.
You should. It's really good.
I will try that. I will actually go try that, and then I will send you a message and be like, listen, I tried this. And tell you how I feel about it.
Well, it's like my favorite thing during the fall. It's like I don't do the whole pumpkin spice or whatever.
I was going to Starbucks all the time one year because, not for a drink, because they had a muffin. A specific muffin that they had.
What was
it? It was like a pecan kind of muffin or something.
That sounds good.
Yeah, and then they were like,
then
they discontinued it, and so
that's rude.
I was really upset. And,
yeah,
I actually sent an email about it.
No.
Are
you Karen?
No, I sent them a detailed email asking them like if they were gonna bring it back. Because I really liked the muffin.
Yeah. You just wanted the muffin.
Yeah, I was like, I really liked the muffin, and I was like, and I just was curious if you guys were planning to bring it back or if it's like completely discontinued, because I wasn't really getting any answers from the Starbucks people, and I really needed to know.
Yeah.
Because I needed to know if I'm gonna have to start making them myself. And they responded with, it was definitely discontinued, and I was like, you know what? I'll make it myself. So I have like all this stuff at home for it.
So there you go.
Well, was baking your talent in the pageant?
So that's funny. USA pageants, the ones that I competed, you don't have to have a talent.
Oh.
The Miss America program, you have to have a talent for
Okay.
those. I've never done the Miss America program.
Okay.
I never planned to. It's just not something I wanted to do. Not that they're not great. Miss America programs are great for a lot of girls. They offer a lot of good scholarships too. I mean, but yeah, you have to have a talent, and I was like, I don't know what I would do for a talent.
Well, I feel like
I think you could do a lot of things.
But you could do a lot, but like your talents, I think would be hard on stage. Like your car knowledge, like all the other stuff.
You know, I feel like I would probably be able to figure
play the
something
triangle.
out. You know, like I would probably be able to figure something funny out.
Stand-up.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Stand-up comedy.
Yeah, because I was like, I'd probably be able to do that.
You could do that.
I would be able to do that. But then I was like, but that's not the pageant program I want to be in. I was like, I want to be in USA because, in my opinion, this is completely my opinion, I like the USA programs just a little bit better. Okay. So Miss Indiana USA, that's like a huge thing. Like it's humongous because you go to Miss Indiana USA, you get that title, you go to Miss USA.
Okay.
Miss USA, you win that, you go to Miss Universe.
I see.
It brings out a lot of opportunities for the girls, though. Because it's not just about, oh, you got a crown and you can sit there and be pretty. You get to do a lot. You get to go and help out a lot with a lot of different things. What you want to help out with, probably, you know, or maybe new things that you wouldn't think you'd help out with. You know what I mean? You get to travel to... like, there's girls there who are traveling to help kids who have, like, what they call it? Cleft palates. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, my God, I've never thought about doing it, but, like, if they said that, I'd be like, yeah. You know what I mean? That's, like, a really good opportunity to learn about it, to see what these kids are going through. So they open up so many more doors, in my opinion.
Than America.
Yeah, I mean, Miss America opens up a lot of doors, but I think USA just does a lot more.
Do you think that... So America is more maybe superficial, where USA is more, I don't know, you get more out of it?
I mean...
Or is that not what you're saying?
I don't really know. Because like I said, I've never competed in the Miss America programs. Right. So I can't really say a whole lot about them. I can only say what I've seen or what I've known some other girls that have competed with. It's a great way to start, for sure. Great way to get you into everything, especially if you're a teenager and you're wanting to go up for it. They did take away swimsuit
Okay.
Which I did not like that aspect.
I think swimsuit is fine, and everybody should, if you want to wear a modest swimsuit, go for it.
And that's the thing, it's like, I feel like they're like, oh, well, we want women to be empowered. And I was like, well, right now it's about body positivity. And we should be able to do swimsuit. You're taking that away from all of us different sizes. We're body positivity. Let us show all of our bodies. Let us show like what different girls' bodies are. Because at Miss USA, there's all kinds of girls that compete at pageants that are different body types, shorter, taller. You know, like, I'm not a perfect body. Okay, I've got scars, and I don't hide them. At all when I'm doing pageants. I don't put makeup on them or anything. I don't need to. You know, I know sometimes girls will do body makeup to cover up a tattoo or something, which not all pageants you have to do that too. Some of them don't. You don't have to. Some of them you do, but Miss Petite USA, you did not have to cover up your tattoos if you didn't want to, which was really nice. That was my first time going to national because I actually won that state title. Okay. You know, Miss Indiana Petite is my state title.
So I guess I don't understand the difference between the regular and the petite.
Okay, petite is for girls who are under 5'6".
Okay.
Height-wise. Yeah, it's not about, like, being skinny and teeny tiny.
Just short.
It's height-wise. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're shorter, if you're 5'6" or shorter.
That's not even that short.
Yeah, well, you would think so, but, so it gives an opportunity because there's a lot of girls my height, we want to model on runway. But a lot of the runways, you have to be taller. Yeah. They want you to be taller. We're not that tall.
How tall are you?
Only 5'4".
Okay.
Yeah. But when I throw on them heels, you can't tell.
There you go. That's what
right,
heels
and
are for.
That's kind of like my point in doing it. I'm like, you can't really tell sometimes. Like, us shorter girls, you throw on heels or we move a certain way or stand a certain way, you make your body look longer.
Yeah, your proportions are that of a tall person.
Like, I was going to say, I might be short, but I have really long legs. Yeah. And I have pretty, like, long arms and stuff. But, yeah, so, you know, a lot of us that are shorter, we don't get that opportunity to be on a runway because we're like, well, you're too short. Right. You still need to be at least 5'10". Yeah. You know?
So they just did that so that the shorter girls could...
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for girls who are shorter, who don't have that modeling opportunities like a lot of the girls who are taller, who are a typical type of model height.
So do you have to be 5'6" and up for the regular?
No, for the USA, Miss Indiana USA, you can be any height.
That's confusing.
Well, so the thing is like there's so many different pageants out there. There's pageants for bodybuilders.
Okay.
Women who like to do bodybuilding.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah. Well, so there's difference. There's their competitions that they do, but there's actual pageants that you can do too.
Do they like wear their bodybuilder swimsuit and then get a sash?
Yeah, they'll get sashes.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
And do they get a crown?
Yeah, they'll do a crown as well. Wow. There's one specifically for runway models only. Like one, if you're specifically wanting runway modeling, there's ones for that. There's also like, you know, let's say you're one like an international one. That's not the same as a USA. But you still do the same things. It's just a different type of program. There's Miss Black USA, which is kind of cool. Yeah. So that obviously is for Black women of, you know, mixed races, fully Black, whatever. That's really cute, really cool. And they do the same thing. Some of them still have talent. Some of them don't. But there's just many different ones, and I didn't know.
That's so many. I didn't realize.
I didn't know because I was just researching. I was like, I was thinking, and I was like, do I really want to do a pageant? Is this something I really want to do? Because it's not really something I would usually do. It's not really my personality.
You when you started looking into it?
Let's see, it was in 2018.
So you did 3 years ago?
Yeah.
That'd be like 23?
Yeah, 23, 24.
Okay, so is there like, there's not an age, is there an age like?
Yeah, so USA, if you're, let's say I'm going to compete again next year, I'll be 27. So I can compete again next year, but I'll turn 28 in December. I cannot compete again that following year.
I see.
Because I'll be 28.
So then you would go into...
If you're not 28 by after January or before January or something, then you can still compete. But yeah, there is cutoff ages. I think Miss America cuts off earlier than that. Okay. A little earlier than that.
Such a random age.
Yeah, and like, well, so like, there's the county fair, state fair, those queens, those girls that do that, they cut off at a really early age.
Wow.
Which, that was something I did want to do. I was like, well, I'll just start with that because it's something simple, smaller. I was like, you still have to have a talent. But I was like, but I think I could do that one. But there was a reason why I wanted to do that one. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but at the state fair, you know, they have this, like, little area where you can, like, look at the history around Indiana. And there's, like, a whole wall, pictures from the very first state fair queen to the newest one.
I've seen that, yeah.
There's not one colored person on there.
Really?
Black, Asian, Hispanic, not one. It's all white women. I'm not kidding. And
That's
I at first
crazy.
And
I didn't even.
I was like, well, let me just really look into it. Maybe I'm just skipping over because it's a whole big wall. I sat there and stood there for half my time.
You were like,
yeah.
Jill, Jana, Jessa.
I looked into detail. I looked into their hair. I looked up. I looked into like who they were, where they were from. I sat there and looked up, and I sat there on my phone. And I looked for hours just to make sure that maybe I'm like crazy or something, but not one single one. So then I was like, well, I really want to do it. Well, they have the age gap, and I was like, I was already cut off at the age. I wasn't that old, but I was like, really? I'm like, dang it. I'm like, it's really important that we get some other
your sister in there.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
That's exactly what I was thinking, right? So I'm like, maybe somehow, some way, I'm going to get somebody else to know about this, because I was like, that's kind of sad.
That's crazy.
It's honestly kind of sad. And I get it, we live in Indiana, so it's like,
yeah, but
you
still.
know, but so I saw it come around again up recently. It popped up, and I checked to see if the age gap was over. I was like, I know I'm older, but I was like, I'm still going to see, because you never know. Age gap is still the same. But then I saw somebody comment on there. They're like, well, I don't see any other races, any other ethnicities on there. And then another lady commented, and she says, well, maybe they should do it. And they're like, well, it's not exactly spread about in those kind of areas where you know, typical like where ethnicities would other ethnicities would live, you know. I feel like there's if you're in Greenwood or Johns County or South, or if you're like Carmel, I guess, I don't really know how to describe it. A lot of those girls, they're gonna know about it, but I feel like you're kind of missing out on a bunch of girls who are different ethnicities. They don't know about it because you're not telling them or advertising it in those areas. So I'm trying to work on seeing what I can do for this following year coming up.
That's good.
Because it needs to happen.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, first of all, when you go to the state fair, you see a lot of other ethnicities.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those kids, those teenagers, those parents, they're walking around. If they go by that, they're like, I mean, where's our kind, you know, where are we at?
Yeah.
We're not there, we're not representing, so I'm like, it needs to be represented. It needs to be shown.
Do you know, like, how many people compete in that per year?
In the fair, or just in pageants in general?
In the fair.
I don't know. I'm not really sure how many compete in there.
How many people competed with you at your pageant?
So, I know that the first year I did Miss Indiana USA, I think there was about, I might be exaggerating, but I think there's about 30 to 40 girls.
Okay.
I think.
That's a decent amount.
Yeah, there's a pretty good amount. And then USA Petite, so USA Petite is still fairly new. So if you're trying to get your state title, not all of the states have a typical pageant for it right now, because they're still getting those states to do typical pageants. So some of them do and some of them don't. So for mine, I actually had to do everything online. Okay. Everything was kind of submitted online. They looked me up. They asked me questions. That's how I won that title differently. Doesn't mean like I didn't work as hard as the other girls. I just had to go about it a different way because they don't have a specific pageant to do that one just yet. Which
so
hopefully
you didn't have to walk in front of it.
No, not for that one. Yeah, I had to do everything video and online wise. So, but some of the other girls they did. But once you get that state title, you go for the national title. So Miss Indiana Petite, we all the 50 states go to compete for the USA Petite title.
And you placed top 15.
I did. Yeah.
Wow.
That was like, so that was my first
that had to
state
make you
title.
feel really good.
Yeah, it was like my first state title, and I was like, cool, I get to compete with other states. Not all 50 states were there, but majority of the states were there. That's still a lot of girls you're competing with. And they don't have just a Miss category. Of course, they have a teen, but they also have a Ms. and a Mrs.
Oh.
Yes, which is really cool.
Hmm.
So there was all of those women as well. So which tells you, like, if you're married or you have kids, you can still compete in pageants. There are pageants for women like that as well, which is awesome. But yeah, so I competed with pretty much, about 40-something girls there. And it was a lot harder because these girls, they won their state title. They won their state title for a reason.
Yeah.
They came, play the game. They came to do what they need to do, right? And it was hard, but it was a lot of fun. The girls were really, really nice. But there's a lot more to it because now you're at the stake of getting the USA title. So now you're like, now you got to think bigger,
Was that still online or did you go somewhere?
No, yeah, actually, you had to actually go.
Where was it?
So they did it in Wisconsin at a hotel, a really nice hotel. So they had like the stage and everything set up there. We stayed in the hotel, so everybody had their rooms or whatever. So I had to travel there to go for the competition. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is crazy. I had went on a plane for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Did you get to bring anybody with you, or?
So, unfortunately, I didn't have any family and friends that could go with me.
Aww.
So I did go by myself, stayed in the hotel room by myself, which I was like, oh, this really sucks. But I was like, but it's fine. I was like, you know what? It's fine.
You probably got
It's
to
all
make
good.
more friends that way, though, with not having to worry about your +1.
Yeah, I did make a lot of friends. Shoot, if they're going to come, you better go find something to do. I ain't got time.
Right?
Yeah. No, seriously, though. We had time to hang out with our family and friends that were going to be there. We had time to hang out with the girls, eat or whatever. But we also, at the same time, didn't have a lot of time. If there was extra time, sometimes we would go practice or, get extra ready or prepare ourselves for everything. So, when it was like a 2 to 3 day event, maybe.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so sometimes they last about 2 to 3 days. It's pretty, because you're doing rehearsals. You're meeting each other, you're doing rehearsals, going over how the schedule's going to go. And then you're constantly getting ready for, we're going to be doing photos here, we're going to be doing interview here, photos here after interview, then the girls are going to practice more, and then we're going to do prelims, and then we're going to do finals, and then it's like, then this, and then there's that, and it's like,
very busy.
Yeah, it is very busy. It was very tiring. You don't really get to go to bed at a decent time.
Oh, I bet. Oh my gosh.
Or wake up at a decent time.
Yeah, you wake up super early. You go to bed late, wake up super early, be ready, on it. Gotta be on it.
Yeah. And you didn't win the title, but you did win something else.
Yeah.
And I want you to talk
so
about
I made top 15, which I'm
That's
still really
that's
happy
amazing.
about. Like, I'm still like, holy crap.
Heck, Miss Indiana by itself.
Yeah,
is big.
I was like, holy crap, I just want a state title. Like, a lot of girls, that's what you want. You want to win at least your state title one time for some kind of pageant. It doesn't matter what pageant you're in, you want to win your state title.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have a state title. Like, yeah, that's awesome. Getting ready to go to nationals. This is going to be super cool. I'm meeting people from different states. Like, oh, yeah,
And top 15 out of, almost 50 states?
Yeah.
That's big.
I was like, yeah, when they called my name, I was like, my heart dropped. I was like, no way. And I texted my mom. I was like, I'm in top 15. And then I threw my phone and changed back into the swimsuit for finals or whatever. And then, obviously, I did not make it to the top, 10 or 5 or what they did, which is fine. Like, I still made top 15. I was like, yeah, that was cool. But then they told us, earlier in the day, they told us that a lot of people had won awards. So they named off everybody who won an award, and they said my name, and I'm like, what award did I win? I was like, what they got going on here? I was like, okay. I don't know what they would have picked. I don't know what that is. I totally forgot about what it would be. And then my friend and I, we started talking about it, and there was there's photogenic, best costume, Miss Congeniality, and I was like, well, shoot. I was like, my costume was great, but not that great. So I'm like, I don't really know about my photo. And I was like, and I'm nice to people. I was like, I don't know. Maybe they're giving me an award that nobody knows about. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe they're like the craziest person or something. But I won Miss Congeniality, and I was like, oh,
that is awesome.
I was like,
the best one.
yeah. I was like, that's so nice because it's not the judges that are picking that; it's the girls that you're around who pick that. They vote for who they want Miss Congeniality.
That would have felt so good.
I bawled my eyes out.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
For people that don't know what Miss Congeniality is. Can you
Yeah.
explain what it is?
So, I mean, it's about being, being nice and kind. Watch Miss Congeniality, the movie.
Yeah. Were you like Sandra Bullock?
Yeah, I was like, that's awesome. But yeah, I treat everybody the same. I was always happy and bubbly. Being a happy, bubbly person, being positive person, helping somebody out if they need it. Like, I was there to let me help you zip up, or let me help you get a bobby pin, or, just talking to them in general, making them feel good about what they're excited about, making them feel good if they're nervous or something like that. It's just basic. I mean, the basic thing is being nice to the girls. That's basically, And apparently,
that is so awesome.
Apparently, I was just being myself.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Just meeting you. A lot of people, because then I was thinking about it, and I was like, wow, I really thought about it when I was on my way back home, and I was like, well, now I see what everybody's saying now. It's because people have always said that in school, too. They're like, oh, Mariah's the sweetest little thing. She's so cute. She's so sweet. And I was like, I never really, was like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
And you didn't even, think about possibly winning that. They just called your name, and you were like...
Yeah,
I think that's the best one you could have won.
I mean, that's, the best.
Right?
Not only did you win a state title and place top 15, but you won, the kindest girl award.
In your first year.
Yeah. I was like, that was the coolest thing. And they gave me a little plaque too.
Oh.
Yeah, I have it with me.
Oh, that is so cool.
We gotta see it at some point.
Yeah, I'll say I have it with me.
Well, why don't you pull it out? I want to see it. We'll take pictures of it too.
Oh yeah, it's really cute. Yeah,
but
there it is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That
show
is
the camera.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
Look how cute
it is.
Do you have that up on your wall?
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna put it at, and because I have my crowns and my sashes as well, so I just kind of want to make a really cute little area for it. I think I might, because I have this vanity idea that I want to do, and I thought maybe I'll put it on shelves around my vanity.
That'd be cool.
That's my glamour girl area, because I'll have my living room is totally going to be
geeked
out.
Yeah,
I mean that's going to have all my cool
absolutely
pop figures and stuff.
I was just thinking, do you get somebody that you remind people of a lot?
Is there someone that
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I have one in my mind, and it makes sense why you won Miss Congeniality.
Is it Sandra Bullock?
Do
you get anyone?
I do get some people.
I'm curious. Can you name a few? I just want to see. If
there's one girl that I get when my hair is regularly dark.
Yeah.
Dark color. I don't know if you know the girl who played in Guardians of the Galaxy. She played Gamora.
Oh,
Zoe.
Yeah.
I can't say her
I
last name.
can see that.
I can't say her last name, but a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you kind of look like her. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, kind of. I do get, sometimes my personality is kind of like Zendaya.
Okay.
But then I get the niceness and the goofiness from Liza
Koshy.
That's what you were thinking.
Yeah, I get that a lot. They're like, oh my god, you're just like her. The faces, the goofiness, the niceness,
she just
seems
like
so
her. Sweet, and I love her personality.
Yeah,
and I can see why the girls voted.
Oh yeah, even my parents. Yeah, you're just like that.
Right?
Sorry.
Yeah,
no,
this is
fine.
Zoe. I'll post a picture of her on Instagram. She's so pretty.
Yeah, I do get Liza. A lot.
That is so
They're
funny.
like, oh my god, you look like Liza. Oh my god, you're just like Liza.
Right.
I'll be in my car doing all of that, and somebody saw me one day, and then they found me on Instagram. I don't know how, but they did.
Interesting.
But I think it was just because
I've been car?
Because I've been I go around the car with everybody's cars and stuff, and I post my things that I do and everything. But they were like, oh my god, you remind me so much of Liza Koshy. I saw you dancing in your car. You remember me of this video, and they sent me a video that she was dancing, and I was like, oh, it is me.
I totally see that.
Yeah,
that is awesome. So another question I wanted to ask, is in the dating world, do you think guys are intimidated by you being in pageants, or does that help? Does it hinder? What do you think?
So guys and me, it never really clicked. No, just kidding. Okay, so I liked guys in high school and stuff. They just never liked me back. which
Same.
right. I was gonna say Becca and I we
were
had
single.
that in common. I've had 2 boyfriends ever.
How long were they? Like, not that. How long was the relationship?
How long were they?
I meant the
No,
relationship.
the thing is I knew exactly what you meant, but like then you said that and I just
I'm really struggling over here.
you're a poor thing. I know. Oh my god.
How long were your relationships?
Yes.
So, oh my god, that was too good. Sorry,
That was
I really
perfect.
funny. Yeah.
Well, your gesture.
I'm ashamed.
Oh my god. So, the first person I dated, I actually dated. I only dated someone officially my senior year of high school, and it was like, he went to another high school though, and he was a junior, I was a senior, and we dated for a few years. Quite a few years, almost 6 or 7 years, 7 years, 7 to 8 years.
That's
or
so long.
Yes, very long. But we split, and then I dated somebody else, and that was 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Was unexpected for me because I was not expecting that to end. There's a whole story to that, I'm telling you. Oh no, thank God.
Yeah.
But
You always,
I'm telling you right now, this person, the 6 month dude, he is now, I think he's like married, and I think he even has kids now.
Oh,
Oh,
Or a
wow.
kid now. So I'm like, I set him up. No, I'm just kidding. But so I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. So I'm not picky on look wise, but I'm picky on how they vibe with me.
Of course.
So I don't know. I mean, I do think sometimes maybe the guys do find me intimidating because I like to fix myself up every day. I mean, I do have my moments where I'm like, I ain't doing crap. I don't care what
Where you're
I
like,
look
I'm going to be a scrub today.
Right, I don't care. But a majority of the time, that's just who I am. Like, I just like to look nice. I really do. I mean, in school, I would do that. I would be like wearing like all kinds of different things sometimes. But I just like to do that. So I do think sometimes they do find me intimidating. But the ones that do come up to me and do talk to me, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I'm cool. Like, yeah, you're really cool and nice. You know, sometimes I'd give them my number, but most of the time, I'd say no. It's nothing against them.
You just weren't vibing with
It's
them.
just like, if I don't feel that click off the vibe, it's not happening. And sometimes I'm not even gonna lie, I'm just like, I'm not having it today. Not today. I'm sorry. I'm like, no. But I do think sometimes, like, I've had people come up to me where they're with a group of friends, and they're like, the first thing that they'll say to me is like, I just want to come over here and say hello. You know, my friends didn't think that I was going to come over and say hello to you. And I'm like, so what were you guys thinking, like, about me? Like, were you thinking, oh, well, she's too good for you, or she's just going to blow you off, or she's going to be a real, you know, bitchy person or something? So I'm like, what are people thinking when they see me? Do they think I'm going to be, like, mean and bitchy and stuff? And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, you know what, whatever, it's fine.
Well, you don't really want to date a guy who's like, my friends dared me to, like...
Well, right, exactly.
Are you 5?
I'm like, I don't think that's the first thing you should say to a girl. Like,
No.
don't come up to me and say, oh, my friends didn't think I was going to come over here. And I'm like, well, why do you care what your friends think you're going to do or not? And I'm like...
Yeah.
that's
That'd be
not
like
how you
something
talk to a girl.
cute to mention, like, 6 months down the road. Like, I was very scared to talk to you, but I'm so glad I did. Not be, like, first off the bat.
My favorite thing right now for me is... because, I mean, the boys in school, they're mean, you know? I had crushes on a lot of boys. I really did. And there were some times where
we were boy crazy, but no boys liked us back.
Right, they didn't like me back. I was like, that sucks. So I actually, there was kids that I actually asked to, like, prom, and they told me no. And I was like, okay. And then, like just recently, like last year, they, like, messaged me, like, I really regret that I told you no to go to prom. And I was like, it's all good.
They do.
Right, I'm like, it's all good. Have a nice day.
Now, right? Yeah.
There was one guy who said he would go to prom with me. So I was, like, planning to go to prom. And I think, like, a few days before prom, they're like, oh, well, I'm going to go back and go with my ex-girlfriend and go with her.
Oh, my gosh.
And I was like, wow. So then I was like, my best friend at the time, I was like, I made a sign. And I was like, prom? And she still has the sign to today, I'm sure. But it was like, prom. And she was like, Yeah, I'll go to prom with you. So I went with my prom with my best friend.
I went with my...
that was my junior year. I was like, I went with my best friends. I was like, that's perfect.
Yeah, I went with a group, and I think we saw you there.
Yeah, senior year, senior year, I did go with my boyfriend at the time.
Yeah.
Which was fun, but, I mean, he didn't dance a lot, but it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like going with the group because then everybody's going to dance with me.
Mm-hmm.
But, as of right now with guys, like, I get a lot of kids from, like, school who are, like, messaging, like, oh, I've always thought you were so pretty, and I always thought this, and I was like, weren't you the one that drew a picture of me on the board and said I was that ugly, or weren't you the one that did this? That's a real thing, by the way.
Yeah.
Someone actually drew a picture of me on a board, and they looked at me, and they're like, this is how ugly you are.
That's so terrible.
And I'm like...
See, that's why it's nice to maybe go with 30 kids.
And I'm like, you guys are really... And they're like, oh, well, I've changed since high school. And I was like, yeah, but you still did what you did. And I'm not going to forget that.
So
I'll forgive you. I'll be nice to you. But it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
No.
We're not going to be friends.
Right. You don't come to me and say, oh, I've always thought you were really pretty and stuff like that now. You know?
Well, there's that thing going around where people are like, stop teaching your daughters that a boy being mean to her means that that he likes you, because that just teaches like that mean behavior is okay.
Yeah.
And by no means is even a 5-year-old tugging your hair. That's not appropriate.
Even though like, let's say he was joking, he was just being playful.
You didn't forget it.
It still hurts people's feelings. I don't care what anybody says. That stuff still hurts people's feelings.
Yeah.
That still makes you feel bad. Later on, you think about that and you're thinking, wow, in high school, did I really look like that? Did I really look like, was it really that bad? Like, you laugh and you're thinking, wow, what were you wearing? But at the same time, you think in the back of your head, like, why was it that bad for me? Like, did they really think like that of me? Yeah. So it's like, you really got to watch what you say. I don't care if you're this old or this old. You got to watch what you say. You got to watch what you do. And you need to be respectful. Yeah. Like, that's just it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
You get canceled nowadays.
Right, I was like, you canceled.
Yeah, that's what any guy that slides into your DMs. You were canceled back in high school, and you still canceled today.
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna say if I go out with my friends and guys come up to me and I'm like, you were canceled before you even stepped right there.
Yeah,
just an FYI. We're not doing this.
So essentially, like a lot of guys are like using your beauty and like your pageant titles almost as like a you're too good for me, trying to get into that angle, or
I think that they are a little bit like a lot of my guy friends, they know my personality, and so we all click really well. And I've had a few guy friends that are like, hey, like I actually really like you, you know, and I'm like, but you're my friend. But I do think that they do get a little scared or intimidated because they're seeing. I think very highly of myself now, okay? I'm gonna tell you guys, I feel like I am a 10.
There you go.
And I feel like I have a right to say that.
I can see why, yeah.
I feel like I have a right to say that. I can feel that way, you know? So I feel like I'm really good-looking girl. I'm what a lot of people are like, yeah, checkmate. You know, she's got this, this, and that. But I do think that they find it like, no, she's going to be real standoffish. Like, I feel
or she's vain.
Yeah, or she's not down to earth.
High maintenance.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, high maintenance.
Yeah.
That's not me at all. Like, I'm not super high maintenance. Like.
So when you meet people, are they, like, completely surprised by your personality most of the time?
Every single time.
Really?
You have to have personality to be a winner in that pageant.
Right. They are shocked. And even the people, like, the judges and people I meet at the pageants, they're shocked by my personality almost every time, and it never gets old. It's really fun. It's really funny, but like I get why they do it because they don't run into people who are like me all the time. I guess you can say. Yeah. I know there's people who are like me, but to me, I feel like Mariah is a one of a kind.
Well, you are,
so,
of course.
But yeah, they definitely get really surprised, especially guys like when they start to talk to me and they're like, "Oh, well," the best part is when they go, "Oh, well, you don't really like that stuff. Oh, well, you're not really that into it." And I'm like, well, you don't know me.
Yeah.
So you don't know what I'm really into. And I was like, and then once they start to learn more about me, they're like, holy crap, this girl is like legit. Like she actually knows this stuff. She actually is involved in it. Like she's deep into that, you know? Especially when I talk about a car. I mean, that's a big one.
Yeah.
When a guy finds out I like cars, they're like, hold on a second. Like, what do you mean? And so then I'm like, well, my dad. my dad. I explained that, and they're like, okay, now that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Are your parents proud of you?
I hope they are. They tell me sometimes they're proud of me. I mean, I hope that they are. My mom and dad, when I came back from USA Petite, they picked me up in my dad's car, which was awesome. I mean, I expected my dad to pick me up in his car. I was like, he's going to do it. He was excited. He gave me a big hug. My mom was really excited, but I was really overjoyed at how excited my dad was.
Yeah.
Because that's, like, surprising. I was like, oh, my God. But they got me a cake that said top 15, and they decorated the house a little bit.
Oh, sweet.
It was just my grandparents and my brother, sister, my aunt, and my mom and dad. But they just did something simple and cute, and they took pictures and stuff, which I totally forgot to post that when I did. By the way. That's so funny. But, yeah, they did do that, and they were really excited. And they were texting me the whole time, and because I was sending them pictures, and they were like, oh, we're so happy, proud of you. And then I did just this recent pageant, Miss Indiana USA. And this was really different this time around.
I feel like it would be a lot more competition since it's probably petite and people over 5'6".
Yeah, since I won USA Petite, Miss Indiana Petite, it's like, okay, she's already got a state title, and now she's getting ready to compete with these girls who, some of them have won their state title in the Miss America program. So some of those girls come over to the USA program.
So it's more competitive.
Oh, it's I will say it's definitely more competitive, and I think a lot of people think, oh, well, these girls are instantly going to be super mean and stuck up. And they're not like that. They're really fun and down to earth.
That's what I was going to ask, if they're stereotypical.
You may get one girl who's like, whatever, but they're really not, though. They're all really, really fun and nice. You see their personalities bloom. You see that they're just as goofy and silly as you are. But it wasn't as, I would say that I was really prepared, but I had some things happen this time around in my pageant that I was not prepared for, that I was very, very upset for.
What?
So this year, there was new directors, which amazing. So shout out to them because they were amazing. It was all new directors. Everything was different. And for the first time, the Indiana USA pageants, they did local titles, which a lot of the other pageants, they'll do local titles, but Indiana hadn't done that yet. And they did do that, which is why I got Miss Northern Indiana.
I see.
Yeah. So we all had our local titles. But 2 days before I left to Anderson, Indiana to go and compete, I fractured my toe and sprained my whole ankle.
Doing what?
I was
I'm scared.
I was going down the stairs, and I also busted my toe on a car jack.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible.
Hardcore.
That's awful.
So, it hurt real bad. And it was purple. It was hurting. I couldn't walk on it, and I was like, and I'm getting ready to walk in heels. And not just any kind of heels. If you guys ever looked up, like, the pageant heels, them things are really, really tall.
Right.
Okay.
Like stripper heels, right?
They're well, I mean, they're just as tall, yeah. But, so I had to walk in those heels, and I was like, what am I going to do? I was, like, crying. I called my mom, and I was like, I called my mom. I'm not afraid to say it. I called my mom crying, and I was like, how am I going to walk in heels? I'm leaving in 2 days. And she's like, just calm down and elevate your foot and put an ice pack on it and watch your favorite shows. So I did. I put my foot up and I watched RuPaul's Drag Race.
Well, there you go.
That was the perfect preparation.
Right? Exactly,
You
right?
were like, I can't walk, but I'm going to watch them and take notes.
RuPaul's Drag Race gives me everything. I'm telling you.
I love that
So I was like, crap. So the day that I was gone, it was still hurting. I even practiced at home in the heel to get my foot prepared and ready.
Was it hurting
As
really
I was,
bad?
yeah, I was aching, but I was like, I can do this. I was like, I've already pushed and earned money, paid money, had people donate to me to get there. I really want to still do it. Like, I'm already doing it. I might as well just do it anyway. It's fine. So, I mean, I was enjoying myself there, but I was also in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
So, like, the whole time I'm, like, wearing heels with our outfits and stuff. In rehearsals, I did wear my Baby Yoda house shoes. I did wear those, so I was walking around. All the girls were laughing. I was like, look at me, look at my house shoes.
Right.
But so when you're back there, like in backstage, you're standing there for a while. you're standing there as
in
your heels, as each girl is going on stage and doing their thing. So that's a long time for standing.
Yeah.
In rehearsals, I did my house shoes. It was a little bit more comfortable. And you could wear your house shoes, you could wear your heels. You didn't have to wear your heels during rehearsal. It's up to you. So when it's time for everything to happen for prelims and stuff, we're standing back there and I'm sitting there and my foot is like pressing, and it's hurting more and more. And I am not like saying like I'm the best of the best, but I know I can walk hella good.
Yeah.
I can walk, okay? I practice all the time. I would practice in the grocery store when I'm getting groceries. It sounds silly, but that's just, I was that committed to doing it. So I know I can walk really good. But I did not walk that good because it was hard for me to walk on stage. And at one point, my foot was like hurting so bad I could feel it shaking as I was getting ready on stage. Yeah. And I did feel it move as I was on stage. And I watched my video. I watched it back. And I could tell the whole time, like I was still smiling and bringing him a smile and all that. But I was walking and it was bad. Like I couldn't walk the best that I could walk. And I know that's what hindered me a lot this time. Because I did not make top 15 in this. I didn't do top 10, top 5 in this at all. I didn't make anything.
Yeah, and you're probably all preoccupied in your mind.
And so I felt not disappointed because I was like, oh, you did terrible, you did bad. I felt sad, disappointed because like my foot was in that much pain.
You're limited by your toe.
And I know that I can do it. Like I know that I can do that. But then I had to literally tell myself, you still walked on stage with a fractured toe.
Yeah, and a sprained ankle.
Right. Not every girl would be able to still go on and do that. Especially in something like that. And I was like, it's still fine. Everything's fine. It's all
just
good.
Proud of yourself for doing it.
Yeah. But I did win an award there as well for my interview. And if anybody knows a USA pageant competition, interview is the toughest.
Yep. That viral video of the girl saying, and the Iraq and...
Oh, the on-stage questions are like terrible. But like the interviews you do beforehand, you're in front of your judges, they're asking you questions about your bio, but they're asking you other questions too. Yeah. And that's tough.
And you have to be smart.
It's really tough.
Yeah. It's like interviewing for a job.
It really is.
You gotta sell yourself.
That's what it is though. You are interviewing for a job. Yeah. You're interviewing for that Miss Indiana job. Because I think a lot of people they think like, oh, you're just Miss Indiana, you just get a crown. No, you were interviewing to be that person on TV, that spokesperson. You were interviewing to speak about what you care about.
You have to be in philanthropy and charity. And
you have to know and everything. And I think a lot of people think, oh, you have to have a college degree and you have to do that. No, you don't. I don't have a college degree. I sure don't.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
But I'm pretty damn intelligent with that one. Yeah. All right. I didn't graduate top of my class in high school, but I'm pretty damn intelligent. I graduated, but I didn't graduate top of the class.
Well, I'll tell you right now. A lot of the people that did graduate at the top of the class probably don't have your personality.
But
exactly.
Yeah, and I'm like, but I think a lot of people get surprised. They're like, well, because there's a lot of girls on there. They're like, they have college degrees. They've traveled here. They've traveled that. I'm one of those girls who haven't done as much as some of these other girls, but what I have done is more than enough. Yeah. And there's more that I can do. Yeah. But yeah, this year was really, really tough on me, and I was really, really upset at myself. Yeah. Because I'm like, this a toe, and you would think, oh no, it's just a toe. Like it's just, that's all it was. And I was like, but no, you don't understand. Like,
and heels.
I know that I can do what I did, and I was so upset that I couldn't. So it really hurt me, and I was like,
I get it.
And I was thinking in my head, I'm like, I'm not going to do this again. But I'm like, I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
If I want, I owe myself to do it again.
Of course.
Whether I win or not.
Yeah. When's the petite thing? I feel like it's coming up.
So we did national. So I am allowed to do Miss Indiana Petite again because we don't have a official pageant for that one. So I'm allowed to do it again if I wanted to. They're still going through other girls. So I may not get picked again. And I could tell you guys right now if they picked me or not. Could tell you right now. Ooh. But they did. So so technically I do have Miss Indiana Petite title. But it's supposed to happen next year.
Okay.
But the thing is also Miss Indiana USA is happening next year too.
Okay.
And you technically, I'm pretty sure how it works, you can't have like both.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I have to pick one or the other.
Do you know what you're gonna pick?
No.
It's really, really hard because I like petite for sure. It's really cool. It's up and coming. It's new. It's fresh. I love that. And I love it's for girls who are shorter.
Yeah.
But Miss Indiana USA,
It's a big deal.
that one is
Mm-hmm.
that's the dream.
So,
you know?
as I'm curious as far as the superficialness goes, did you get like a dress sponsored, or did you pay for your dress, or what?
Yeah, so I'm glad you asked that because I know there's so many girls, they pay a lot of money for their
Mhm,
dresses or their swimsuits, getting their hair, their jewelry and stuff. I did pageant on a budget.
That's good.
My dress that I wore, and I wore the same dress I wore for petite, I wore for Indiana USA.
Mhm.
I wore the same dress. I was like, I'm not gonna get a new one.
Right.
I mean, I wanted to. I was like, cool. There is like, I run a specific color
Yeah.
for 1 year at least because I really do want one.
Mhm.
But I was like, this dress is great, and I only paid $100.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so all my stuff was like clearance, discounted, and there's a lot of girls who they'll do that. They'll get discounted dresses,
Mhm.
but like mine was like $100.
That's so good.
Yeah.
My very first pageant dress was only $50.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
encouraging.
Balling on
Right,
a budget.
Right? I think the most expensive thing that I had got was my shoes.
I was gonna say it's probably the shoes.
The shoes are like $50 to $70. Yes.
Huh.
But I literally wear them with a lot of things though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't just
What
wear them for
color
pageant.
are they?
They're nude.
Okay.
Yeah. But what's really cool is that they actually have color tones for people who are darker toned or
Mhm.
lighter toned or in the middle. So that's what was really nice. But those heels, they give you the height that you need
That's
when you're
cool.
on stage and
Yeah.
stuff, which is why the girls pay that money for those heels.
I see.
I got the ones by Chinese Laundry. So,
Okay.
but there's Mark Dufang. He also has a collection of them too,
Mm-hmm.
so you can get it from there as
Mhm.
well. I mean, you're gonna pay pretty pricey for them, but they are worth it.
Yeah.
They even have black ones, like solid black ones, but they're nice to go with like anything you wear. Honestly,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
yeah, I wear them with a lot of outfits.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. And then my other question is, what do you enjoy the most about the pageant world?
I like meeting everybody.
Yeah.
I really do.
That's why you're Miss Congeniality.
I really
Yeah.
do. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I like this. I like the dresses. I like the swimsuit. And don't get me wrong, I love all of that.
I'd be like, I like the crown.
yeah, right? No, that's great though.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, if that's really what you like, then yeah, because the crowns are
I think
really
I like
cute.
the hair.
Oh yeah, a lot of girls who have that really like pretty, like good nice pageant hair, because all of them, they'll add everything they can with that.
Did
Yeah.
you do your own hair?
Yeah, my hair is naturally curly. I just threw that in there. For Petite USA, I actually did a ponytail extension
Oh.
because I was like, my hair had just got messed up like weeks beforehand, and I was like, crap. I was like, I can't wear my hair like this, not even curly, because my curl pattern was not coming back like it should have. So I was like, crap, what am I going to do? So I was like, well, if I put in a ponytail and sleek it back and then throw the ponytail on, do the spray to match the color, nobody gonna know. So that's what I did for the whole pageant.
That was smart.
I kept it ponytail, and if I did a little thing different, I did like a cute little swoop,
You do
and it worked.
like Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Right?
Obsessed.
How could her voice is like
Right?
a goddess.
Yeah. How could you not?
But for this pageant, my curl pattern has been was perfect. It
Well,
was
that's
it's
good.
back the way it is. I mean,
Yeah.
I straightened it today and did a little thing, but it's back to how it was. So I left my hair naturally curly.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that's what I did.
I
the
feel
whole
like that's like
time.
a really
Did my
awesome,
little
unique
pick.
thing about you, though,
Yeah.
is your
Yeah.
natural curly
Oh
hair.
yeah, and for the following pageant, I'll still have it naturally
Mhm.
curly. Like I didn't want to straighten it for the pageant. I didn't want to do big, like straighten it and all that, because I don't straighten my hair as often as I used to anymore.
Mhm.
I mean, this is a rare occasion.
That's great. Mhm.
So I was like, this is a rare occasion, but most of the time I was just wearing my hair curly because it's voluptuous. And by the time the pageant comes around next year, I know it's going to be a little longer. And
Yeah.
it'll be even like I'll be
Yeah.
able to do even
Mhm.
more with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, I'm not doing that. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I like meeting everybody. Meeting everybody's a lot of fun. I do like interview a lot though. I know a lot of girls are like, that makes me most nervous. Oh, I love it. I'm like,
you're like, give me the challenge.
Right,
I'm here.
Ask me everything.
Like, I think I'd like that too.
Yeah.
It's really cool because you're meeting people that you didn't like. These are people who are entrepreneurs, like not just like, oh, I'm saying I'm an entrepreneur. They're real entrepreneurs, or like they've passed people who've done pageants and won like USA titles. Like one of the girls that was there, her name was Mariah as well. She was a judge. She was first runner up for 2020 of Miss USA.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And I love her. So when I found out she was going to be one of the judges, I was like, oh my God. I was like, there's no way she's going to be here. I'm like, there's no way that she's going to be here. She was Miss Oklahoma USA, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. So when I saw her in person, I was like,
you're so excited.
I was like, you're so right. And I actually sent her a message too, like afterward, because I was so upset. And I told her, and I was like, I really hope I didn't disappoint you.
Aww.
And she sent me a message back. She was like, no way. She gave me some really, really good advice. And I felt so much better, right?
Yeah.
Because, those girls, they don't have to respond,
They could have
But she did. The girl who did win her year, who actually won, I messaged her too, and she responded to me as well. So I was like,
that's cool.
That is awesome.
I felt accomplished. I was like, they like me. They really like me. I was like, it's cool. But yeah. No.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then I was going to ask, did you worry at all about the girls who, have been doing it since they were probably on toddlers and tiaras?
Yeah. So there's a lot of girls that have been doing they've been doing pageants for a lot longer than I have, obviously. Some of them, if they did Miss America pageants, they have talents. So they're also very talented, dancers or singers. And I'm like, no, I don't have that. And at first I'm like, I'm not like them. They've done this, they've done that. They've got more people following them, or their hair's better, or they do this 10 times better than I do. And then it's like, no, they don't. They do really good. Yeah. They're awesome. I was like, but I'm just as good.
Yeah.
I'm just as awesome. And then in person, they're just as fun and goofy and silly as you are. And you become friends with them, and then you find yourself like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. And then they say the same thing about you, that's amazing. And you're like, wow. It's I really am on that same level.
Yeah.
I just did it different.
You just didn't believe it about yourself.
Yeah. And you just do it differently than the other girls. Some girls, they start off right up here and you start here. Some girls start here and they start up here, or vice versa. They start here and you start here and then meet in the middle. I mean, everybody starts differently.
Yeah,
they do things differently, and I had to think about that. I was like, okay, just because they have this, well, I have this. It doesn't mean they're better. Doesn't mean I'm better. Just means we're both doing really good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then lastly, I just kind of want to, you are very, very confident now, but you always weren't. So I would say what advice do you have to somebody who may be listening, who's not a confident person, who doesn't like the way they look, who doesn't who maybe was bullied in high school, kind of like you were.
Yeah.
What advice would you give them to...
That's really good question.
I know. Well, just take us through maybe what you did, or how you think now.
Yeah.
Give us some insights.
I mean, I'm still going through it all.
I feel like it's a continuous journey.
It really is.
Because you have your bad days.
And I know a lot of people, there'll be those people who are oh, I went through this and I went through that, and you don't really believe them. But no, I'm here to tell you I really did go through a lot.
Yeah.
And I have no problem telling my truth of anything. High school, not just high school, middle school, grade school, it was all really, really, really hard for me. I know not a lot of people, it was hard for a lot of people, but it was really tough for me because I wasn't bullied just in high school. I was bullied from grade school and all the way up. Even after high school, people were really, really mean. And it takes a toll on you. Yeah. And not only does that take a toll on you, but then you're trying to have a relationship, and it takes a toll on your relationships with your family or your boyfriends. You're like, why aren't I like this? You know? So, and I was really shy too. When I was around my friends, I was fun and goofy, but if we went outside of that, you could tell, like, okay, she's more reserved and she's a lot more shy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember one year in grade school, we did, like, everybody went to Exchange City. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
I don't.
Yeah, so
I didn't go to grade school here, so I don't know.
So they had this thing like called Exchange City, like where we got to go pretend to be like we're in the city, and people got to either be a police officer or a judge or a lawyer or whatever.
Oh.
So we did like a little competition, competing on who's going to be the judge and who's going to be the mayor. So I was like, well, I want to compete to be the judge, even though I'm shy as heck, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my friends and all helped me and stuff. Well, we had to do a speech in front of the class, and I'm like, I'm as shy as heck.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do a speech. I cried.
Aww.
That's sad.
Yeah,
No.
I cried. Sitting there telling the reasons why I wanted to be a judge.
You're like just sitting there.
And so, I mean, I got picked, but listen,
pity?
yeah. Like, I actually had the guys come up, I picked you because you were crying. We felt really bad. And I was like, dang.
You knew how to win.
Well, right. I wish that was the thought I had too. But I was like, dang. I was like, that really upset me. I was like, dang. I'm like, I'm getting picked out of pity. And like,
Aww.
I'm only in grade school, but I knew what that meant. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a lot smarter than people thought. I knew what that meant. So it really sucked. And then I was like, I'm just really, really shy person. I was like, I'd be fun around my friends. But I think it's just little things that people would do or say. And it was just like, I'm going to keep myself reserved. I was like, I don't want to bother with, or like, I know like, oh, well, you don't need to have a boyfriend in high school or stuff. But I mean, when guys are mean to you, and when you like them, or if you're being yourself, you're being weird yourself, and they're mean to you about it, it hurts your feelings.
Yeah.
You're like, you blow it off, but that hurts.
Yeah. I remember in high school, it was like all my friends had boyfriends.
Yeah.
And they'd get boyfriend after boyfriend. And I'm like, I just want one.
Yeah, and you think, and I know a lot of people are like, well, you didn't have to have one, but I'm like, it's not that I had to have one. I was like, but it kind of just felt like, what's wrong with me? And that made me even more insecure, because I'm like, well, she's a lot prettier than I am, or she has this, or she's much more confident. That's why guys like her, or she's smarter, and that's why guys like her, or she does this sport. That's why guys like her. I was in choir. I'm like, maybe I'm just real too dorky because I'm in choir. I'm like, but you know what? In choir, I was like, that's what I like. I liked singing in choir. I loved it. When I was on stage, I actually did get into it. I was one of the kids who got into
born
it.
For the stage.
I was like, I got into it. So then I think like junior year, I got a little bit more. I was a little bit more out there. I was a little bit more like, I don't care what you kind of think. I was still a little bit on the shy side, because I was still like, there was little things that were happening that I was like, gosh, I was like, well, I'd be happy, and then something would happen, it'd stab me, and I'd be like, dang, it just brought me down again. So I'd be here, and it'd be like, there, it just brought you down again. Then senior year, I got in show choir, and that helped a lot more. It really did. But senior year, it's a lot more pressure, right? The parents are like, well, you need to go to college, do what you want to do. What do you want to do? Then, parents are actually asking me that. I don't know about anybody else's parents, but my parents were. Friends were trying to figure it out. And then I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, because I was like, I don't even know who I am, because I've always kept myself bottled in and shy. That took a toll on me. And then there was more bullying as my senior year. And then I had my boyfriend, and he went to another school. But I was just, at one point, I was just like, I'll be real honest, I was like, I was giving up.
Yeah.
I was giving up. I did not go to graduation.
I didn't remember that.
Nope.
You didn't go to graduation.
I did not go to graduation. I did graduate. Graduated 2013.
Good.
I had my diploma, but I did not walk across the stage.
Wow.
Because it was that bad.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Everything was that bad.
Dang.
And then I still had fees to pay off for show choir as well. And that hindered graduation. So that's not my fault, But last minute, somebody was able to pay for it. But I was like, I don't even want to go across the stage anymore, because there was other things that happened that added to my graduation, and it took a toll on me for a really long time. But like I said, I graduated. I got my diploma, but I didn't walk across the stage because of a lot of things happened.
Yeah. So how did you bounce back, I guess?
So, yeah.
Yeah, what happened to bring you from that Mariah to Mariah that's now, Miss Indiana Petite?
So, I mean, I went through a lot more stuff afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to go to school. I was trying to go to college. I was going to school for photography and film with a concentration of visual communications.
Were you going to Ivy Tech?
Yeah, I was
I went to Ivy Tech too. I thought
and I was like, I can do this. I can go to
Mhm.
school. I was like, but as I was there, I was like, this is not me.
Yeah.
I was like, I can do it. I'm
Mhm.
smart enough to do the schoolwork and stuff. I was like, but me sitting there and just doing that, it's not me.
Mhm.
I'm a hands-on person. I was like, this is not working for me. School was just
Mhm.
not for me at the time. It's like I need to figure out what I like to do. So I went back to what I always liked to do. I love my cartoons. I love, I love like the entertainment industry a lot.
Mhm.
I really do. That was my happy place. Music, listening to music, that's my happy place.
Mhm.
So I started watching videos of girls who were learning how to be themselves or being more confident. It was just
Mhm.
random videos too. Like I wasn't looking at specifically anyone. But then I started looking at specific celebrity women who went through things or what their life was like, because you think that, oh my God, their life's so perfect,
Mhm.
but it's not,
Yeah.
So then I started reading about that and watching videos, and then I would listen, if they were musical artists, I would listen to their music.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what kind of helped me. And then I was like, I sat one day I sat down and I was like, I had watched a girl that I went to school with. And I saw how good she was doing. And I'm like, man, I was like, I want to do just as good as her.
Mhm.
I was like, I feel like I'm just as good as her. And I was like, I am just as good as her. I don't know what, it just all clicked. Because after watching those videos and listening to music, and then you go on social media and you look real quick. And I sat there and I thought about it for a really long time. For hours, I sat there and I was like, you can be just as good as anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you are the only person hindering yourself from doing what you love, from being yourself, from being open and confident, for being that voice for other girls and other boys.
Mm-hmm.
You are the only person. It's you, not anybody else. It's you.
Mm-hmm.
And that sounds cheesy, but that's
true.
really what happens.
Yeah.
You sit there and you're like, it's only you.
Mm-hmm.
So I sat there and I was like, all right, I started trying different things.
And you stopped hindering yourself, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. So I started trying different things. The first thing that I tried that I never thought I would try, I tried out for the Indiana Pacemates, Indiana Pacer cheerleaders.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I saw it online and I was like, I'm going to try something different. I was like, let me look up something dancing.
Yeah.
I was like, because I was in show choir, right? I was like, I can dance, right? I'll be real honest with you. I'm not a great dancer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like I can dance decently, but I'm not a choreographed dancer. I haven't been dancing since I was like 3 or 4. A lot of these girls, they have.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'll do it. So my parents and my mom, we went out and got the outfit that we needed for it. And I went and started doing the little training camps for it, and I went to try out for them. I didn't make it.
That's amazing.
But I did it.
You tried it, yeah.
Right. So I was like, okay. So then I did look into the Miss America program pageants. But then I was like, well, no, I don't think that's going to work out for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, okay. And then I was like, I want to try out to be a coach cheerleader. Right?
Hey, you tried
it to be like out there.
Yeah. I was like, I want to do like fun things because I'm a fun person. I want to do fun things. This is what I'm going to do. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. So I started practicing and I was like, I'll just go. So I did the little training camps that they do. And then I went to the auditions. I didn't make it, but I sure did have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then I did it again. And I was like, I didn't make it, but I had a lot of fun. So that second year that I did it is when that first year I did my Miss Indiana USA pageant. The first year I did it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, the first year I could tell I was like not prepared. I was like, holy crap. I was like, oh my God. Like I was having fun. I was definitely more reserved, but I was like, okay. I was watching though.
Mm-hmm.
Learning.
I was learning and watching. So then I was like, all right, I'm just enjoying my life, being myself, having fun. So that's what I did. I just enjoyed my life, had fun, had my job at Think Geek, which is really, really fun place for
I
like
love
Marvel.
Think
Yeah,
Geek.
Marvel, Harry Potter, anime, all that stuff. It's a great place to go to.
Box lunch is great too.
Yeah,
I
so
love
I
box
just
lunch.
started working, just enjoyed myself, continued, playing my video games, watching movies, watching cartoons, being silly and goofy how I wanted to be. And I took a whole year off of doing everything. And then I came back, and that's when I was like, all right, I'm even more confident. I'm going to go to the gym. I was like, I'm going to go to the gym. I was like, I see all kinds of people going to the gym. I was like, and I had, because I was so upset and stuff, I was always like, I was eating a lot.
You were stress eating.
Stress eating, upset, a little thing would happen, and I'd be like, eat. Because that was the only thing. I would just sit there and eat because it was like, that made me happy, sort of. Not even really happy. It made me
temporarily
comfortable
satisfied.
temporarily satisfied for that moment, So I was like, I'm gonna try and go to the gym. So I did. I tried going to the gym. I think what really hit me was when my my last ex-boyfriend, the second one, he called me when I was on my way to see him to break up with me. And he was like, well, because things just aren't working out. And I'm like, I don't understand why.
And you were like driving to see him and he's breaking up with you on the phone?
Yeah, so I pulled over real quick and I'm like in tears. And the cop pulls up next to me. He was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, my boyfriend's just breaking up with me on the phone. And the cop was like, okay, But what he said to me was, I gave him his confidence back. He said, thank you for giving me my confidence back. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, did he really just say that to me? And that really, really hurt my feelings. Like, it really hurt because I was like, who says that? And I was like, so you take mine. You took all of me and took mine away, but I gave you yours back.
That's horrible.
So I was like so deeply upset about that. But then like I let that saying in my head, I let it repeat in my head, and I was like, I was like, I'm not about to let you take my confidence away. I was like, I want it back. So I took it back.
Yeah.
I took it back. Started going back to the gym. And I definitely lost a lot of weight for sure. I mean, I'm not like super fit, or anything like that. And I wasn't like super, super heavy, but enough for me. I was already a really smaller person. It's just how I've always been, this little bitty toothpick. But I was like, I'm not doing it for anybody else. I was doing it for me.
That makes all the difference.
Yeah. So it's just like watching the videos, and then I was like listening to that. He said that I gave him his confidence back, but like, you try and take mine. I was like, no. I was like, I'm not letting anybody take my confidence back.
Yeah, he's not allowed to have that power
and
over
all
you.
of that just reeled me back into like, all right, this is who you are. Let's do this,
Basically, in summary, I'm gathering that you found inspiration and then you took action.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that was a great story.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I would love to hear more at some point, but
we might have to make this a part 2 for sure.
I mean,
possibly.
I'm totally down for that.
For sure.
Yeah, if you guys want to, I would do it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you did it. And then one thing we always ask our guests that I haven't asked you yet was, what's the most basic thing about you?
I mean, I have a dog.
Heck, that's basic. I got one.
I'm a big dog person.
I think that's perfect.
I have a big dog too, and I
what kind of dog is it?
Akita.
Oh my gosh.
His name's Ryu. I named him from a video game.
Your dog mom.
Yes, I am a dog mom. He is my baby. I love him so much. And I'm not gonna lie, I even talk to him.
I mean, if you don't talk to your dog, are you really a dog owner?
I'm telling you, they understand.
I'd be concerned if you didn't.
Yeah,
right?
That'd be so weird.
He understands what I'm saying. He really does.
Yeah,
he's smart. Yeah, he's a really fun dog. I love him so much, and he's black and white like me. Knee slapper.
You should use that in your next pageant.
My dog is black and white, just like me.
Right, I'll be like, that's a knee slapper. But yeah, I mean, but he's a lot of fun. But that's probably the most basic thing about me.
You got a dog? Yeah.
Yes.
You don't drink coffee, so I mean, the dog thing.
If I did drink coffee, this interview would be a lot longer. I talk a lot, and coffee makes me talk even more.
It's good that you talk a lot though, because like sometimes like with having a guest, we need somebody that can talk and is comfortable talking.
Yeah, I can see why you do well in an interview.
Yeah.
I keep thinking, always keep thinking to myself, what am I doing in these interviews that they're like,
Click.
but then I'm like,
You're just being yourself.
just being who I am. And I keep having to tell myself that, like,
Yeah.
why are these people like, I want you to come do this, I want you to come do that, and I'm like, it's because I'm being myself.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm just being myself.
Mhm.
And I used to think that's the cheesiest thing. Like,
Yeah.
there's nobody actually believing in doing that.
Mhm.
But no, it really is real and true. You know?
Awesome. Yeah. And then before I do our last segment, do you mind just showing your crown and sash real quick?
Yes.
You said you had it with you. We're going to do a picture with it, but
Oh
we
my
definitely
gosh.
want to see it.
I've got both of them.
Okay.
So,
Perfect.
This is my recent one. So this is my
Ooh, that's so pretty.
Miss Northern Indiana.
Nice and bedazzled.
So that's
Yes.
from the USA, not the petite.
Yeah, Miss USA.
Okay.
And it has, Miss USA at the top,
That's
everything.
awesome.
And the crowns for USA, they look like this. So
Oh my gosh.
So
yeah,
pretty.
this is
That
the
is
local
really
crown.
pretty.
So this is actually smaller than the winter crown. Is a little bit bigger,
Mhm.
but it's
I love
still
it.
really cute.
I love it.
That
So
is.
pretty.
Makes it feel real official.
Yes.
I hope I can get like a little box to put these in. So,
That'd be good.
Yeah, I need to get one. They're just
Mhm.
expensive.
Yeah.
And then my state title one. So this one, it's a little dirty. I need to clean it.
Oh,
I'm
wow,
not
they
gonna
look
lie
so
because I wear it a
similar.
lot. Yes. So this is USA Petite. This is Miss Indiana Petite.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
They're so pretty. I didn't expect even the sashes. I thought they were going to be simple,
see, as
but
you
they're
can tell,
bedazzled.
really dirty because I wore it a lot, so I need to clean it. But
Didn't you have to wear it like the whole time you were doing the...
yeah,
US
so you
the-
walk around and you wear it so that they know, like, oh, Indiana's over here or Wisconsin's over here or whatever like that.
Dang, that is huge.
Yeah, this one, their crowns are bigger
Yeah.
at USA Petite. I don't know why, but I love it.
Oh my gosh, it is
Yeah.
so pretty.
You have to put it on.
Yeah, it's really, really big.
Is
That
it heavy?
So pretty.
It's kind of heavy, and then you just adjust it in the back.
Oh,
And, yeah, and you sit there and you
look
wear
at
it.
you. You gotta do the wave.
Yeah, you gotta
You look gorgeous.
Yes. That is so pretty.
I was gonna say it'll fit. It'll fit on your head.
Let's
look.
Becca's trying it on.
I'm a queen.
We have a
Hello, my
queen's-
subjects.
Queen's aura.
Yes.
This won't fit over my clip, but
That's a cute face.
I don't want
It
to
is
ruin
so
it.
pretty.
Yes, I love it. I love it
Yeah.
so much. But
Yeah.
yeah, I need to get a little box so it can sit in the boxes
Yeah,
and
for
stuff.
real.
It's so pretty.
That is
Yeah.
awesome. So last thing we do is I read a misconnection off Craigslist just for funsies. So this one is it's from Las Vegas.
good.
It's Miss My Pillow Princess. It's very short. Wish she was around when I'm craving it and hungry. It's all I want. That's all they wrote. So
gosh.
Short and sweet.
any of our listeners in Las Vegas that want to be this dude's pillow princess, he just wants you to be around when he's craving it.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Right.
Yes. Well, I want to thank everyone for listening.
Yes.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram at basicbpod. We're gonna be posting some of Mariah's pictures. I'm gonna hit you up for some.
Mariah.
Yeah, follow Mariah. We'll have you plug. And
What's your Instagram?
Yeah, what is your
It's at December Beauty.
Okay.
Yes. And
Yes.
we'll tag you on Instagram as well. And then
Yeah.
I'll probably hit you up for some pageant photos just to put on there.
Yeah,
That'd be
definitely.
awesome. Well, thank you again for coming on.
Yes.
Oh.
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys letting me come. I was so excited.
Yeah, it's fun.
Literally, this is awesome, and I definitely would be one back.
Okay, awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
We need it.
Yes, for sure. We're just starting out, but you know.
But that's the best part. Like I want to support you guys. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Me?
You know, we've said since the beginning, at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, like kind of like you with your pageants,
Yeah.
we had fun.
Exactly.
Like, and that's
You're
what
having
matters.
fun.
Yep.
So, thank you again for listening, guys, and we'll see you next week.
We'll see you then.
Bye. Are you gonna say bye?
Bye.
No,
I didn't know you were waiting.
Hey, it's Becca.
Hey, it's Maddie.
Thank you so much for listening to the Basic Bee podcast.
Follow us on the gram at basicbpod.
And join our private Facebook group linked in the episode notes.
Be sure to catch our next episode and leave us a nice review.
Until then, stay basic.
Bye, bees.